Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Let me adjust the volume here. And greetings, Greg, Ben, and Kenyon. Holy, the San Francisco Giants at the Pittsburgh Pirates. The final game of a 3-game series. The Pirates going for the sweep. The Giants, of course, trying to avoid the sweep. Giants come in 5.5 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates in the National League. The first place Pittsburgh Pirates, I should add. And 2 excellent pitchers on the mound. The Dominican dandy Juan Marichal for the Giants and left-hander Bob Veal for the Pirates. Interestingly, these 2 pitchers come into the game in our replay with identical 2.42 earned run averages, which places them among the league leaders. They're also both among the league leaders in strikeouts at this point in the season. So the pitching matchup speaks for itself. This promises to be a good one. Of course, that's why we roll the dice, right? Because you never know. And there's Jeremiah. Welcome, Jeremiah. Let's get you some lineups here. And there's Ben. I already saw Ben. Sorry, Ben. Hello again. 90 with humidity. Yikes. I spent a little time in the Texas Gulf. Don't miss it. Here's the lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Tito Fuentes will lead off at second base. Jim Davenport is at first base today against the left-handed Veal, batting second. A day off again for McCovey, who didn't play in the last game either against a left-handed pitcher. No, that's not true, is it? It was a right-handed pitcher, and I think Gabrielson was at first base. Willie Mays hits third and center field. Jim Ray Hart at third base in the cleanup spot. Jesus Alou is in left field, batting fifth. Ollie Brown in right. Bob Barton will do the catching today and hit seventh, with Hal Lanier at shortstop eighth, and Marichal, who could handle the bat, hitting ninth. The Pirates defensively have Jim Pagliarone behind the plate, Don Clendenin at first, Mazeroski and Ali up the middle, and Bob Bailey down at third. The outfield left to right of Stargell, Matty Alou, and Clemente in right. We have 2 Alou brothers playing today in the starting lineups. Jesus for the Giants and Matty for the Pirates. So with that, we're about ready to get this one started. I was a little apprehensive coming on today after the problems connecting yesterday. So Veal's ready to work now. Here's Tito Fuentes to lead things off. Fuentes comes in at 200, 10 for 50. 4 extra base hits, including a home run, and 6 RBIs. Veal, the left-hander, staring in to get the sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 1-8 left-handed. High fly ball to deep left field. Stargell back now on the track, makes the catch. Oh my goodness, Tito Fuentes gave it a ride, but it died on the warning track, and we're underway. With 1 out, here's Jim Davenport. Davenport played all over the infield that year. This is his first start at first base. Davenport's hitting .326, 14 for 33. This is his 14th ball game. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And I'm trying to, hang on a second. I'm trying to get this where I can read it a little bit better. Hello, Kelly Hibbs, and welcome. Okay, that's a slight bit better there. And here's Davenport, right-handed batter, 326 average. It's a 2-4 left-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Gene Alley under it. And that's the second out. And there's Mookie again. Unfortunately, his active time the last couple of days has coincided with game time. For almost 2 weeks, I was getting lucky. He'd have his active time early in the day, and then he'd take a nap during most of the game. Here's Willie Mays. 2 down, nobody on. Mays comes in at 310. A major league leading 10 home runs and 24 RBIs, also among the league leaders in that category. Veal set now. The pitch to Willie's a 5-11 right-handed. That's a fly ball into right field X. That's going to be Roberto. A 1E13. Here's the roll on the play. Clemente on the run now on a 7. Nice running catch, Roberto Clemente. And the side is retired. I kind of feel like the E rating rather high on Clemente. Now in the super advanced version, with the black box rules checked, most of the outfield errors come on throws, okay? But in the advanced version, it doesn't work that way. And I kind of feel in some cases, especially in the case of Clemente with an E13, it's just not quite, it doesn't feel right, okay? But we'll play it as it's written, of course. So the Giants go down in order. Juan Marichal will get loose, and while he does, let's get you the Pirates lineup. Matty Alou leading off in center field. Gene Alley, the shortstop, bats second. Roberto in right, hitting third. Pop Stargell in the cleanup spot in left. Jim Pagliarone will do the catching and hit fifth. Don Clendenin is at first base in the sixth spot. Bill Mazeroski down at second, hitting seventh. Bob Bailey at third, eighth. And Bob Veal, the pitcher, bats ninth. Setting the Giants defensively, it's Bob Barton catching Marichal. Jim Davenport at first, Fuentes and Lanier up the middle with Hart at third, and the outfield left to right of Jesus Alou, Willie Mays, and Ollie Downtown Brown. Exactly, Franklin. I think you're right. The Mook knows. Okay, bottom of the first. Here's Matty Alou to start us off. Alou hitting .287, still underproducing that batting tile card. No homers, 6 RBIs, batting from the left side. Marichal. Big leg kick. Here's the pitch on a 210, and it's a 2-hopper down to first base. Davenport's going to take it himself for the first out. With 1 down, Gene Alley will be the hitter. Alley comes in the leading hitter on the team, believe it or not, at .375. That's right, 21 for 56. 1 home run, 8 RBIs. So Alley off to a hot start. You might remember he started the season on the bench. Jose Pagan was starting at short. Alley, of course, would go on to win the Gold Glove Award in real life as the National League shortstop. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-6 right-handed, and it's a base hit right up the middle for Alley. So his hot-hitting ways continue. Excuse me, here with a 1-out single. Alley, a star 15 stealer, so let's check the battery now. Marichal is 0. Barton, a +2 arm, however, makes him a 17. He will be held on, making him a 15. Once again, Alley with that 8 automatic caught deters him from trying for the lead. And Clemente will hit away. And why not? The Pirates come into the game batting .295 as a team. Think about that for a minute. Giants have more power, 34 homers to 24, but they're only batting .232 as a team. Contrasted to .295. Let's check the pitching. The Pirates lead the majors in team ERA at 2.45 as a team. The Giants a solid 3.30. So here's Clemente now, batting .330, 3 homers, a dozen RBIs. From the stretch now, Marichal delivers a 5-9 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right field. Clemente lofts a lazy fly ball into right. Brown settles under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Good points there, yeah. I don't know about the engineer, Greg, but Franklin, he could definitely work the mouse. Oh my God. Okay, here's Stargell now. Stargell hitting .326, 8 home runs to lead the club and 22 RBIs, which also leads the ball club. Both numbers among the league leaders. Marichal from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Pops now. It's a 5-9 left-handed. He pops him up on the right side. Fuentes under it. And that will do it for the Bucks. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've got 1 inning in the books, and we are scoreless. And that was a Mookie-sized earthquake. To the second we go. Veal getting loose. Jim Ray Hart will start us off here. Hart comes in betting .320, leading the ball club. 8 home runs and 19 RBIs. Exactly, Kenyon. And welcome to Perry. Should be a good one. Hart leading off the second. Veal gets the sign from Pagliarone now. Here's the pitch to Hart. It's a 2-7 left-handed. That's a 2-hopper to short. Alley charging it on the run, throws him out. And there's 1 down. Here's a Lou now. Jesus comes in at 182, just 14 for 77. No home runs, 5 RBIs. Veal into the windup. The pitch to Jesus is a 4-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Nasty breaking ball by Veal. Fooled Lou completely. And here comes Ollie Brown with 2 down. Brown betting .220 on the season. No homers, only 2 RBIs for Ollie. Off to a slow start. Veal into the windup now. And here's a 1-6 left-handed. It's a fly ball to center field, playable for Matty Alou, who tracks it down for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 inning for Veal. Nothing across, and it's still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Marichal tuning up to go to work in the bottom of the inning, and welcome Thomas Barrett. Oh my God, you guys have got to see this, okay? Normally I don't, but... Are you kidding me? Yeah, he's climbed up the screen. Apparently there's a bird out there and he thinks he can get it. Oh my goodness. Okay. He may be headed for another time out here today. We'll see. Looks to be a good one. To the bottom of the 2nd we go. Jim Pagliarone will lead things off for the Pirates. He's batting .368 this year. 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in out of the right-handed hitting catcher. Juan Marichal gets the sign from Barton. Big leg kick, and the delivery is a 3-9 right-handed. It's a ground ball just to the right of second base, smothered by Fuentes. Turns and throws in time for the out. Here's Clendenin now. Clendenin hitting .272, 5 home runs, a dozen RBIs, right-handed hitter. Marichal, the big windup now. Here's the pitch. It's a 6'10 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Lanier, a 3E42. Hal Lanier into the hole now, and here's the play. On a 9, that's the error range. So we've got a 9 on a 42, and he can't get it. That's going to be an error on Lanier. So E6, Clendenin reaches. Error San Francisco. Clendenin a star 15 stealer. He'll have to be held on. Again, the battery of +2 today. So held, he's a 15. And he has a less chance of getting caught. He's going to try for the lead. 2 through 6 and 12, he's nailed on a 10. Trying for the lead, he's got a 7 and does not establish a good lead. That being said, here's the next pitch to Mazeroski. 210 right-handed is a fly ball into right field. That's going to be playable for Ollie Brown. Ranging to his left, hauls it in for out number 2. Clendenin went about halfway, now goes back to first. And with 2 down, the batter will be Bob Bailey. Thomas only on stealing. I'm playing the advanced game with the super advanced stealing. Kind of my own concoction of the rules. So here's Bailey now hitting .325 on the season so far. 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Runner on first, 2 down. Marichal from the stretch. That's going to be a 2-4 right-handed. That's a ground ball right to short. Lanier has it. Throws across in time. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a man left. There was an error. And just like that, we're scoreless through 2. To answer the question in a little more detail, Thomas, I thought about doing the super advanced, but I really hate the super advanced fielding chart. So I settled on advanced and then thought, well, I'd better use the super advanced stealing though, because at least they have to try for the lead, and that acts as sort of a governor on myself to keep me from going steal crazy, which when back in the old advanced stealing days, I was definitely steal crazy. 14 or better, I'm going all day. To the third we go. Bottom of the order for the Giants. Bob Barton, the catcher, will lead things off. Barton hasn't played much. He's just 3 for 16 on the season. This is his 6th ball game. Right-handed batter. Veal gets the sign and delivers a 1-6 left-hander and pops him up on the left side. Gene Alley to make the catch, and there's 1 down. That'll bring up Lanier. Lanier batting just 170. He does have a home run, 3 runs batted in. Batting right-handed, Veal with the pitch to Lanier. That's going to be a 5-5 righty. Homer to 5, that's going to be a double on an 18. So Lanier rips one into the left center gap, Alou tracking it down. Lanier rounds and winds up on second with a 1-out double. That'll bring up the pitcher, Juan Marichal. Juan, a pretty good hitter throughout his career. In this particular season, he's a 4 with N power. Right-handed batter. Veal checks the runner now. The pitch to Marichal, a 6-6 right-hander. That's going to be a walk. He loses him, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to the opposing pitcher. Not what you want to see if you're the Pirates. And the Giants have first and second and 1 away. And here's the top of the order once again. Tito Fuentes to bat. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Tito 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left his first time up. Veal checks the runners. Now from the stretch, 110 left-handed is a single into center field. That's an open single. Lanier can try to score on that. Lanier a 12. Alou in center a +2 makes him a 14. With 1 away, he's coming. Here's the throw. 1 to 14. He scores. So an RBI single Fuentes. Marichal 10, 12, 7. Marichal being a pitcher will hold him up. And that's an RBI for Fuentes. Giants take a 1-0 lead. First and second, 1 away, and here's Davenport. Jim Davenport 0 for 1 today. Veal checks the runners. Now from the stretch, comes to the plate 3-6 left-handed. That's a base hit up the middle. Single Davenport. Marichal could try to score on that. He's a 10 +2 for Alou, 12. He will hold up. And they'll have the bases loaded with 1 down. And timeout, sorry guys. I'm going to have to, Mookie's wreaking havoc. He's going to have to go in the other room. Sorry, buddy. Okay, we are back. My apologies, guys. I try to let him be out as long as he behaves, but I also can't, you know, we've got a ball game to play too, right? Okay, give me a moment to refresh the screen. Like most kittens, he likes to lay on the keyboards of the laptops, and that just does not work out very well with what I'm trying to do. So bases loaded, 1 down, and look who's coming up. It's Willie Mays, Jim Hart on deck. Mays 0 for 1. Infield double play depth now with 1 away. Veal into the windup. Here's the pitch to Willie Mays on a 3-7. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be 2. It's Alley to Mazeroski with a beautiful turn on to Clendenin. Double play. For the bases loaded and 1 down, Veal coaches Mays into hitting a ground ball to short. Beautiful double play turned by the Pirates, and the Giants will settle for 1 run on 3 hits and leave 2. And we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 San Francisco. And welcome Christopher. Are you new to the chat, Christopher? I don't recognize the name. I apologize if I've seen it before. I'm going to blame that on senior appropriate memory, of course. All right, what's going on here? There it is. Okay. 1-0 Giants as we go to the bottom of the third. Bob Veal will lead it off for the Bucks. Veal, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed against Marichal. 2W. Here's the pitch from Juan on a 1-7. He struck him out. Not all that surprising. Marichal's heater a bit too much for Veal. And here's Matty Alou. Matty 0 for 1 today. And here is Matty Alou. Marichal into the windup. That's going to be a 1-8 right-handed. That's a base hit into right field for Alou. So Alou with a 1-out single. Star 15 Steeler, he will be held. Again, the +2 battery held on makes him a 15. +2 to 17, -2 for the hold, back to 15. He's going to try for the lead. 3 through 8. Caught on an 11. On a 7, he's got the lead. The pitch to Alley. There goes Alou, 1 to 15. The throw from Pagliarone. He's stolen on a possible overthrow. Sorry, excuse me. What am I saying? The throw from Barton, a possible overthrow. 1 through 3 on the overthrow only, and no overthrow. So stolen base, Matty Alou. For Matty, his 4th stolen base of the season. He has not been caught yet. The next pitch to Alley. That's going to be a 2-7 left-handed. Single 2 stars, and Alou will score, and the game is tied just like that. So an RBI hit for Alley. Alou rounds and comes in to score. And it's a 1-1 ball game. Alley will have to be held on. He's a 15 held, but he has an 8 automatic caught. Some interesting steal ratings on the Pirates. Well, Christopher, if you would, please explain to the chat and to myself a little bit about your broadcasts. Are you doing a replay? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Runner on first held with 1 out. Here's Clemente now. Roberto's 0 for 1. Marichal checks the runner. Now from the stretch, he delivers a 2-9. Grounder to short. That's Lanier. Shovels to Fuentes. On to Davenport. 6-4-3 double play. And the side is retired. Let's take another look. 2-9 grounder to short A. And the Pirates settle for a run on 2 hits. Nobody left on. So both teams score a run in the 3rd. Both teams had rallies going. Both rallies snuffed out by the 6-4-3 double play. And we move along to the 4th. It'll be Hart, Alou, and Brown for the Giants. Jim Ray Hart 0 for 1 today. And there's Mike. Welcome, Mike. Veal into the windup. The pitch to Hart is a 3-8 left-handed. That's lined into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single by Jim Ray Hart. Jesus Alou will be the batter. Hart, no threat to steal. Jesus struck out his first time against Bob Veal. Veal now checks the runner, and from the stretch, that's going to be a 1-5 left-handed. It's a comebacker. Veal has it down to Mazeroski, and they'll settle for the 1. Hart came in hard on the slide. They're only able to get the force. So Hart is forced. Alou to first, where he will also have to be held on. And here's Ollie Brown. Brown trying to get his season going. He's 0 for 1 today. Veal from the stretch. Pitch to Brown. 1-6 left-handed. A fly ball into center field. Easy play for Matty Alou, who goes back a few steps and grabs it for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up Bob Barton, the catcher. Popped to short his first time. Tom Haller getting the day off against the lefty. Veal from the stretch. That's a 2-8 left-handed. Fly ball to left field. That's going to be Stargell. And he'll take it to retire the side. So no runs, a hit, 1 left on. And it's still a 1-1 game as we move it to the bottom of the 4th. Juan Marichal also has the distinction of having the best pitched game of this replay so far. How many of you remember it? How many of you were there for it? had a perfect game going, ended up pitching a one-hitter and facing the minimum. And Veal, no slouch either. Both pitchers come in with 4-2 records and identical 2.42 ERAs. Stargell will lead it off for the Bucks in the bottom of the fourth. Willie's 0 for 1. Marichal gets the sign. There's the pitch to Stargell. It's a 3-3 right-handed. A grounder to first base. Clendenon to his right. He has it. Shovels to Marichal, covering in time for the out. Sorry, Davenport has it, Shovels. I beg your pardon. Get in the game, Steve. Here's Pagliarone now, 0 for 1. Marichal gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 1-3 right-hander. That's a base hit into center field for Pagliarone. So Pagliarone, a one-out single. And here's Clendenon. John Clendenon 0 for 1. Reached on an error in the second. Marichal checks the runner now from the stretch. Pitch to Clendenon's a 5-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Just the second K for Marichal, and there's 2 down. The batter will be Bill Mazeroski. Maz 0 for 1. Marichal checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Mazeroski. That's a 5-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3, number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. So after a one-out single by Jim Pagliarone, Marichal bears down and fans Clendenon and Mazeroski, and we're tied at 1 going to the 5th. Veal also has just 1 strikeout on the day. Both were strikeout pitchers. I can't remember the last time I had a no-hitter with cards and dice. I did have a perfect game once in a game called Extra Innings Baseball. Anyone remember that one? Steve Rogers of the Montreal Expos pitched a perfect game in extra innings. To the 5th we go. Hal Lanier doubled his first time up. He'll lead things off here in the 5th. Veal gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Lanier. It's a 2-9 left-handed. A comebacker snared by Veal over to Clendenon, and there's 1 down. Marichal will be the hitter now. 4N, a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch on a 4-3 righty. It's a grounder to first base X. That'll be Clendenon. Clendenon a 2E26, ranging to his right. Here's the play on a 17. He's got it. Throws to Veal, covering for the out. So 2 down. Turns the lineup over, and here's Tito Fuentes. Fuentes 1 for 2. The pitch from Veal. 2-6 left-handed is a lazy fly ball into center. Alou comes in a few steps and makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Veal. And we're still deadlocked at 1. Here's Marichal now. It'll be Bailey, Veal, on the top of the order, Matty Alou for the Pirates. Bob Bailey 0 for 1 today. Marichal gets the sign. The pitch to Bailey is a 5-8 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That'll be Tito Fuentes, a 3E37. Fuentes ranging behind the bag. Here's the play on a 9. That'll be the E rating. It's a 4 on a 37. He boots it. Error Fuentes. And Bailey safe at first on the error. Second miscue of the game for San Francisco. And that will bring up the pitcher, Veal. Veal, a B bunter. I'm going to let the die decide in or back. 1 to 3 will be infield in. 2, the infield is in. That makes Veal a C. And he's going to lay it down anyway. Here's the play. A 6 on a C. And it's a successful sacrifice bunt by Bob Veal. That moves Bailey into scoring position with 1 down. And brings up Matty Alou. Alou 1 for 2, singled, stole a base, and scored in the third. Marichal checks the runner. Now the pitch to Matty Alou is a 3-8 right-handed fly right in his good column. He lofts the fly ball into center field. Willie Mays tracking it down. And there's 2 down. It'll be up to Gene Alley. Gene 2 for 2 today. Came into the game batting .375. Alley with the pitch. 3-7. Fly to center field. Mays again. Ranging to his right and hauls it in to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a man left for the Pirates. There was an error. And through 5 innings complete, it's a 1-1 tie. And as Franklin noted, absolutely, just as advertised, a good pitcher's duel between 2 of the greats here. Giants kind of underachieving so far, right? At 13 and 14, they're trying to get back into this race. They're 5.5 behind the first place Pirates. Pirates trying to extend their lead. Here's Jim Davenport to lead off the 6th for San Francisco. Jim is 1 for 2 today. Veal gets the sign from Pagliarone now. Here's the pitch to Davenport. It's a 1-7 left-handed. It's a comebacker. Veal knocks it down, now picks it up, throws to Clendenin in time. With 1 away, Willie Mays will be the hitter. Just look at this card. Holy criminies. Mays 0 for 2 today, always dangerous. Mays again comes in leading the majors in home runs in our replay with 10. Pitch to Mays is a 3-6 left-handed. It's a fly ball into center field. Going back a bit is Matty Alou, and he hauls it down for the second out. And here's Jim Ray Hart now. Okay, I'm seeing a problem. Hang on, we'll get to that in a second. 2 down, nobody on. Hart 1 for 2 today. Veal with the windup. That's going to be a 3-6 left-hander, a double to 3, but on a 10, that's going to hang up in center for Matty Alou. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Veal. 1-1 tie as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and I am going to shut the blinds. At least part way, because I noticed that was creating some shadow on the playing surface. Okay, there it's gone. So that was coming from the window, the outside light. And that was a thing, wasn't it, Kenyon? When Veal's glasses started to fog, wasn't it because he was perspiring and that meant he was getting loose? And Christopher, to answer your question, yes, it's a complete 66 replay. An ambitious project, to be sure. I don't know when I'll finish it. I can only say that I will finish it, assuming I live long enough. So here come the Bucks in the bottom of the sixth. They'll send up the heart of the batting order. It's Clemente, Stargell, and Pagliarone. Clemente 0 for 2 today as Marichal stares in. Now that big leg kick on the pitch. It's going to be a 3-4 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Alou at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Clemente. And the home crowd loving that one. 3-4, no doubt about it shot. For Roberto, his 4th home run of the season, and that makes it 2-1 Pittsburgh. And that brings up Pop Stargell. Marichal rubbing up a new ball. Stargell standing in from the left side, 0 for 2 today. Marichal into the windup now. The pitch to Stargell. 5-6 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Marichal fans Pops. God, you can almost picture it, can't you? I know I can. I mean, Stargell had such a vicious swing. Holy cow. Jim Pagliarone will be the batter now. He's 1 for 2 today. Marichal gets the sign. Comes in 3-11 right-handed, and he hits him on a 1. Words are being exchanged. Both benches empty. And we're going to have to bring in the ejection chart. Here it is. Hit by pitch on a 1. For you newcomers, this is a house rule of mine. It's a 15, and the batter is ejected. So Pagliarone charged the mound. Umpire feels that one just got away from Marichal. Pagliarone didn't think so, and he charged the mound, and now he's ejected from the ball game. When the dust settles, Marichal stays in, and the batter, Pagliarone, is ejected. And this is the one reason why I usually don't take the catcher out, although the Pirates have 2 catchers on the bench. Gonder, a left-handed hitter who does nothing against lefties, which of course Veal is, and Jerry May. Jerry May has yet to appear in our playoff, so we'll have a first today. Jerry May will come in to run and take over at catcher. So May at first base, extremely slow. And with 1 out, Clendenin will be the hitter. Clendenin 0 for 2. Marichal from the stretch. 2-5 right-handed. That is going to be a double to 6 on a 16. It'll be a long single for Clendenin. So long, in fact, that even Jerry May rounds and makes it into third. And the Pirates have runners at the corners with 1 out. And now Bob Barton's headed out to the mound, perhaps to try to settle Juan down a little bit. Certainly no intent on the plunking of Pagliarone, at least not in the opinion of the home plate umpire. So Marichal struggling with his command a little bit this inning. Perhaps rattled a bit by the Clemente home run, who knows. So with runners at the corners and one down, Bill Mazeroski will come to the plate. And how are we going to play it? Let's see here. 2-1, they're leading. One thing I like to do in this situation is loosely count the ground ball lays. And Mazeroski has quite a few, so the Giants are going to play at double play depth. And they will have to hold Clendenin. Almost forgot about that. Clendenin will have to be held, 1-15. And here's the pitch now to Mazeroski, infield back. On a 2-11 right-handed. Mazeroski lines a base hit into right field. That will score May. Clendenin could go to third on that. He's a 1-16 runner. Brown, however, with a -4 gun. 16 to third, +2 is 18, -4, 14. He's going, and they're going to cut the throw off and hold Mazeroski to first. So it's an RBI single for Bill Mazeroski, making it 3-1 Pirates. Clendenin goes into third, throw is cut off, and here's Bob Bailey. That's a good point, Ben. Perhaps I should have thought of that. In retrospect, May scored anyway, so it worked out for Pittsburgh. And here's Bailey with runners at the corners and one away. Let's check Mazeroski's stealing rating. No threat to steal. Marichal's in a jam here in the sixth. 2 runs across already. 3 hits allowed in the inning, plus he hit a batter. Infield at double play depth. Let's see if we're going to be sure about that one. That's what, 4, 7, 8, 14. Cancel that. The Giants will bring the infield in. Can't afford to give up another one here against Veal. So infield in, runners at the corners. Here's the pitch to Bailey on a 3-9. He struck him out. Oh my goodness, that was a big strikeout for Marichal. 2 down now, and the pitcher will bat. Veal batting left-handed, a switch hitter. And here's the pitch on a 6-7, grounder to second base. Fuentes, easy play, routine to Davenport, and the side is retired. So Marichal gets out of it. The Pirates plate 2 on 3 hits and lead it 3-1 at the end of 6. Six innings in the books. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh. The Pirates have been a force so far in this replay, leading the league in team batting and leading by far in team earned run average. So they've pitched, they've hit, they have fielded. They've done it all. And now Veal, staked to a 2-run lead, will take on Alou, Brown, and Barton here in the 7th. Veal, also rated 7 for endurance, will be facing his first inning of potential fatigue, as Jesus Alou steps to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Veal gets his sign now. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. That's a base hit past the diving Bailey and into left field. So it's a leadoff single for Jesus Alou. Let's check the Pirates' battery now. Veal with a -1 hold. Pagliarone a 0, so that would make Alou a 14. They're going to hold him on. That'll make him a 12. And Ollie Brown will be the batter. Veal checks the runner now. From the stretch comes set. The pitch to Brown. It's a 5-12 right-hander. A grounder to the pitcher X. Veal a 3E16. This is a big play. Here's the play. On a 12, it's the error range. A 6 on a 16, and Veal makes an error. It's an error to Veal. Everybody is safe. And the tying runs are on board. First Pirate error of the game. The error, of course, does not count against Veal's fatigue rating. And the batter will be Bob Barton. Barton's 0 for 2 today. Barton, a very poor bunter. Thinking about that with the tying runs on. Barton will hit away. Veal from the stretch. Comes set. It's a 2-9 left-hander. It's a liner right into the glove of Mazeroski. Throws to Alley. Alou back to the bag. So a soft liner right at Mazeroski for the first out. And the batter will be Hal Lanier. Pitcher's spot after that. That's going to be a tough call. Veal from the stretch, delivers. 6-9 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Lanier, and now what to do about Marichal. 7th inning, he trails. Tying runs on base. God, as much as I hate to, you've got to pinch hit for him here, don't you? And that's what we're going to do. You guys know how I hate taking the great starters out of the game. So Marichal pitches just 6 innings today. He allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, both earned. One of them caused by his hitting a batter. That pinch runner came around to score. He didn't walk anyone and struck out 5. Throwing in the giant pen. We're going to get lefty Joe Gibbon up. Whoops, sorry, never. What am I doing? Oh no, that's right, that's right. Okay, now we need a batter for Marichal. Loaded with left-handed hitters here. We've got Cat Peterson from the right side. We've got Ozzie Virgil, who has some power. And of course we have McCovey. It's close, but in this situation, I'm going to go with the right-hander, Ozzie Virgil. First of all, let's make sure the Giants have another catcher. Well, of course they do. They've still got Haller, normally the starting catcher. So it's going to be Ozzie Virgil, who has pretty good pop himself. Virgil has not played much in the replay. He's only been in 1 game. He was pinch hit in 1 game and is 0 for 1. First and second, 2 down. And now Jerry Mays out to the mound. In comes Bailey, in comes Mazeroski and Alley. Quite the little conference here over Ozzie Virgil, who's only batted once this season. Okay, they've got the book on Virgil now. Everyone in their position. First and second, 2 out. Veal from the windup delivers to Virgil, 3-11. It's a base hit into right field. Virgil comes through with a single, 2 out single. Alou can try to score on that. 3-11 single to right. Alou, a 15 runner with 2 out, 17. But guess who's in right for Pittsburgh? Well, we know who it is. It's Clemente with a -5 howitzer, knocking him down to 1 through 12. With 2 outs, they got to send him. Here comes the throw from Clemente. He's out. Oh my God, it's a missile from Clemente to cut down Alou at the plate. And the Giants come up empty. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. So Virgil comes through with the pinch hit single. But Alou cut down at the plate on a howitzer throw by Roberto Clemente. I think he did, Perry. I think McCovey did pinch hit and have a home run. Pirates maintain the lead 3-1 thanks to the rifle arm of Roberto Clemente. And now Joe Gibbon, the left-hander, will come on to do the pitching for San Francisco. Gibbon on the season, 2-0 with a save and a 4.26 ERA. He'll be facing the top of the Pittsburgh batting order, Alou, Ali, and Clemente. You know, I thought about that because he wasn't the tying run, but 60% with 2 outs. God, you almost have to, don't you? So here's Alou now, 1 for 3 today. Left on left as Gibbon comes in. That's going to be a 4-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Joe Gibbon fans Matty Alou. And the batter will be Gene Alley. Alley's 2 for 3 on the day. Gibbon, the lefty, staring in now. Here's the pitch to Alley. 2-9 left-handed. It's a comebacker. Gibbon has it. Over to Davenport for the out. 2 away quickly, and here's Roberto. Roberto looking like the star of the game so far with a home run his last at bat and a perfect throw from right field in the top of this inning to nail Jesus Alou at the plate. So here's Clemente, 1 for 3. Gibbon delivers on a 2-10, a single to 6, but on a 20 that liner is right into the glove of Jim Ray Hart, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Gibbon. We're through 7 here in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates lead it 3-1. We have just over 5,300 in attendance here at Forbes Field today. And as good a time as any for me to thank you guys for attending my game here today. I want to thank everybody for being here. Best damn chat room there is. Oh, sorry, what did I do, Perry? 4-10 to Clemente. What did I have it as? Okay, let's back up a bit. That was a 4-10. I read it as a 2-10. One to 6. Okay. Thank you very much, Perry. Appreciate that. So what we actually had here was a 4-10. My apologies. That's a strikeout for Gibbon. As always, appreciate the help. Gibbon will be credited with a strikeout. Sometimes these old eyes play tricks on me. And as always, I appreciate the support for the best damn chat room around. I love it, Deb. Going to the 8th inning, let's check the Pittsburgh defensively. They look good. In the early going, I would bring in Alley for Pagan, but he's already in the game now. There's nobody on the bench to improve on Bailey at third, and we're not taking Stargell out of the game, so they're set. Veal ready to go to the 8th inning. And the top of the San Francisco lineup due up. Tito Fuentes to start it off. Fuentes hitting right-handed against Veal now, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Veal. It's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. That's a single through 18, but on a 20, it's knocked down at third by Bailey, who gets up and throws him out. Oh my goodness, what a play, Bob Bailey. That looked like it was surely headed for left field, but Bailey able to knock it down and make the play. With 1 out, Jim Davenport will be the hitter. Jim is 1 for 3 today. Veal's throwing a gem here. The windup pitch to Davenport is a 2-5 left-hander. It's a grounder down to short. Alley charging on the run. He's got him, 2 down. And it's up to Willie Mays in the 8th. Hart on deck. Willie 0 for 3 today. Veal studying the signs now. Here's the windup. Pitch to Mays is a 4-9 right-handed. That is a base hit up the middle for Mays. So Mays with a 2-out single. And that'll get the tying run to the plate in the form of Jim Ray Hart. Hart, really good power. Hart comes into the game with 8 home runs on the season. That's among the league leaders. Action in the Pittsburgh pen. The closer, Roy Face, loosening as Hart comes to bat now. Jerry Mays headed out to the mound. Probably stalling for time as Face gets ready. 1 more hit or walk will fatigue Veal. He's an S7. 2 hits in the 7, 1 in the 8. Hart, who can tie this game with 1 swing of the bat, standing in from the right side. Veal ready to go now from the stretch. The pitch to Hart, a 6-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to second base action. That's, you can almost write that one in. That's Mazeroski, a 1E8. Here's the play on a 5. Nice stop. Mazeroski turns and throws him out. And the side is retired. 4-3X. The Giants leave a runner at first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And it's 3-1 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Gibbon will come back out. Stargell, May, and Clendenin do. Bob Pretty, the right-hander, is working down in the Giants' pen. Here's Stargell now 0 for 3. Gibbon gets the sign, left on left. Here's the pitch. 3-4 left-handed. It's a fly ball into left field. Alou coming in on it now. He's there to make the catch for out number 1. And here's Jerry May now. Jerry May. For Jerry May, this will be his first at-bat of the 1966 season. Let's look at the card. He only batted 52 times that season, hit .250. A little better against, well, actually quite a bit better against lefties. And when the right-handers due up, here comes Herman Franks. He's gonna make the move. He's gonna pull Gibbon and bring in Bob Pretty. So Gibbon lasts 1 1/3. Herman Franks going to the right-hander here. The second guessers abound as Gibbon was flawless, striking out 2. But Frank's playing the percentages here. Bob Pretty warming now. Jerry May in his season debut. He has a run scored to his credit, but he has not batted yet officially. Okay, we're ready to go now. May standing in from the right side. Pretty gets the sign from Barton. Here's the pitch on a 3-11. It's a grounder to short, playable. Lanier has it. Throws across in time, and there's 2 away. And the batter will be Clendenin. Don Clendenin 1 for 3. Pretty into the windup. That's a 5-4 right-hander to fly to center field X. That is going to be Mays, a 1E8. Willie on his horse now. Here's the play. On an 11 error rating, it's a 9 on an E8, and it's a fine running catch by Willie Mays to end the inning. So 8X, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. Fasten your seatbelts, we're headed to the 9th. Bob Veal's going for it. Veal has 2 complete games on the season. Face still working in the Pittsburgh pen just in case. Alou, Brown, and Barton due for San Francisco. Here's Jesus Alou, 1 for 3. Veal gets the sign from May now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Alou is a 1-8 left-handed. It's a ground ball down to third base, smothered by Bailey. To his feet, throws across in time, and there's 1 out. Here's Ollie Brown. Ollie 0 for 3 today. Veal into the windup now. The pitch to Brown is a 5-12 right-handed. A ground ball to the pitcher X. Veal a 3E16. Here's the roll on the play. On a 12 E rating, it's a 2 on a 16, and he boots it. Error Veal, and the tying run will come to the plate. So a crucial error there by Veal. And they're going to send up a batter for Barton. And I think we all know who it's going to be, don't we? Haller could come in and catch if necessary, but grabbing a bat, here he comes, Stretch McCovey. Okay, for one thing, the Giants don't have any good right-handed batters on the bench. You've got Gabrielson, Landrum, Haller, all lefties. Peterson's the only right-handed batter. He has no power at all. So Barton gives way to McCovey. Runner at first, one down. Left on left. Veal checks the runner, throws over there now. Brown back to the bag. Now comes Set. From the stretch, the pitch 2 stretch is a 6-11 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Veal strikes out McCovey, and the Giants are down to their last out. And that will be Hal Lanier. And it'll have to be Lanier. Lanier 1 for 3 with a double today. Veal gets the sign now. Here's the pitch to Lanier. It's a 2-7 grounder to short. Alley has it, goes the short way to Mazeroski, and that's the ball game. 3-1 the final. Veal with the complete game victory. So Veal kind of upstaged Marichal today. I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'll tell you right now, you guys make it great. What a great chat room we have going now, and it seems to be getting better and better as all you guys are building more of a camaraderie. Boy, that's a good question, Kenyon. I was leaning Clemente all the way, but it's hard to overlook Veal. Veal, in going the distance, surrendered 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Just 1 run. Walked only 1. And he fanned just 3. Kind of uncharacteristic for Veal. With the win, he improves to 5-2. Marichal, the hard luck loser, drops to 4-3. Pretty retired both of the batters he faced. I'm inclined to split it, honestly. I can't decide. They're both deserving. So the chief Spokane Gary players of the game are going to be Bob Veal and Roberto Clemente. Clemente, in addition to the home run, threw out a runner at the plate. Veal, a complete game, only allowing 1 run. So your totals on the game for the Pirates: 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. For the Giants, 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors. Close contest, but the Pirates come out on top by a final score of 3-1. And I'll tell you, I was distracted in the early going, mostly by Mookie, so I'm going to try to do better with that. I apologize for that. I'm conflicted on that one a little bit because I enjoy Mookie making his appearance, but I also don't want him to detract from the game. So we're walking a fine line there. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button on your way out. That helps me out. And let's take a peek ahead to tomorrow's game. Tomorrow will be the last game on this date, May the 12th. It will be the Atlanta Braves at the St. Louis Cardinals. Wade Blassingame for the Braves, Ray Washburn for the Cardinals. That'll be, of course, at 1:30 Pacific time tomorrow, so please join me for that one. With the win, the Pirates increase their lead in the National League, and the Giants fall 6.5 back. Kind of surprising. A very good friend of mine asked me before I began this replay who I thought was going to be in the series, who was going to win it. And I said that I predict the Orioles over the Giants in the series. So if the Giants are going to live up to that prediction, they need to get going. Plenty of time left, though. What do we got? 28 games for the Giants. 25 for the Pirates. Long, long way to go, folks. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it has been a lot of fun. Mostly thanks to you guys, so I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here now. Please tune in tomorrow. Everybody take care and have a marvelous evening. So long, everyone. I'm going to go let Mookie out of his dungeon now.